everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another get ready with me for you. I'm going to try my best to put these out a little bit more often than what we're used to, but today's look is going to be super simple, really quick. It's really just for minimal makeup when you are going to, let's just say, a theme park or something fun on a summer day. It's a super summery look. Again, it's super basic. I went ham on the highlight, so if that really doesn't suit your fancy, then you can disregard all that. You don't have to go as heavy on the highlight as I did. I just figure summer, I love highlight all the time, but summer is ideal for highlight, and so I went so heavy I ended up looking like a glazed donut. That was okay with me. I also used a couple of newer products. One is one of the Fenty Killawatt foil highlighters or duos in the famous Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. And I did put to use the Anastasia Dream Glow Kit, which I don't know if this is going to go up before the review. The review will probably go up before this one. So if you're curious on a review of that product, then head over to that video. But if you're interested in a super simple summer look, suitable for like a day at the pool, the theme park, whatever, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, you know I always start my day with some coffee, so this Starbucks iced coffee has been really, really good. Alright, I'm ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I have never tried this before, so this is actually going to be kind of a first impression. This is the first time I use this. It's in the shade medium, and I had gotten a sample of it, or I got this deluxe sample at Sephora not too long ago. So I'm going to put it to use just because when you go to like the pool or an amusement park or something, you kind of want to go in with a little bit of a lighter foundation, not something super heavy. And I'm going to prime using the Korres Greek Yogurt Smoothie Primer. This thing is so moisturizing, so if you're using like a drying foundation, a real matte foundation, this is actually a very good primer to use. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I get something like your skin but better. I'm just going to dot it all over my face the way I would do foundation. And once I do that, I'll be ready to smooth it all over. The face, it smells really good too, as you can obviously tell. Right, so I'm going to grab my beauty sponge and smooth that all over my face. I think I've told you all recently, now that I've changed up my foundation routine, I don't really use a brush, I use a beauty sponge. You can see that I'm really liking that CC cream very, very much. And I ended up liking it so much that I do want to purchase the full size. This thing is good. Going in with my Clarins Instant Comfort Lip Oil, as I always do. This has been a staple of mine for several years now, and I pretty much can't live without it each and every morning. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the Revolution concealer. I can't remember what shade I'm in. It is pretty much a light shade, C4, and I'm just going to put some of that underneath my eyes and then on my eyelids as well, because that is what I use to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. And going in with the beauty sponge, just gonna smooth all of that out, both my under eyes as well as on my lids. And next I'm going to be going in with brows. I will do this off camera and be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So now we're going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Foil. I'm going to use the shade Mimosa Sunrise for this look. There's not going to be a whole lot to this look, again, because I'm trying to keep it simple. It's just a summer day at Six Flags. So just taking that on a brush, just going to pack that on the lid. I'm not using any kind of transition color, anything like that. This is really just going to be the sole shade on my eyelids, which is super unusual. I can't tell you how weird it felt to really only go in with one shade. Next, I am going to go in with some mascara. That was the quickest eye look I have ever done. So I'm just going to go in with some mascara. I'm not even doing false lashes today, nothing like that. It's going to be a super, not necessarily no makeup look, but kind of. Like just a really natural look. So just going in with some mascara. And I'm going to try a new mascara here soon. This one flakes too much. I had to use it because it came in a set, but this mascara just flakes into my contacts way too much. Going back in, guys, with the Fenty, that same Fenty Killawatt foil. I'm actually going to use Sangria Sunset as my blush. And I start putting it on, and remember, I totally forgot to put bronzer. And the light bulb just went off. So guys, I'm going to use the Hourglass bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. The Hourglass bronzers are some of my very favorites because they just look so natural. They're very, very flattering on the skin. That's a Wet n Wild brush that I got as part of a holiday set last year. And I'm just going to bronze my face a bit because of the foundation that I used, or I guess that CC cream. Even though it was medium, it's still just a bit light on me. So I wanted to warm up my face just a little bit, especially now that it's summer. It gives me a little bit of a glow. I look like I've had some sun, even though I haven't had a whole lot. Now we can go back in with Sangria Sunset as a blush. I find that sometimes I make myself laugh. Sometimes I'm amusing to myself, I guess. It's all silliness. Alright, so we're going to go in with my favorite part, and that's highlight. So, I am obviously super excited to be using the ABH Dream Glow Kit. So we're going to put this to good use today, and the shade that we are going to use is the shade called Regal. I apparently love this palette, and if you have not watched my Dazzled or Disappointed on this, go check it out, and that way you can see what my thoughts on it were, although it is super apparent based on all my expressions here. So we're going to take this first on a beauty sponge. I have found that going this route first helps kind of buff the highlight into my skin to where it looks like the highlight is not sitting on top of my skin. It just melts into the skin going this route, and it ends up looking really, really nice. And then what I do to add extra is go in with my Anastasia A23, and I was totally loving it. Totally loving it. You can never have too much highlight. Going back in with that beauty sponge, I'm actually going to pick a different shade for my forehead. And we are going to go in with the shade Magic. Now, keeping in mind that all of the shades in this palette have very pink, whether it be Shift, Glitter, whatever the case. So at this point in time, I've discovered that that's not really what I was feeling. I wasn't really wanting a whole lot of pink sparkle on my forehead. So sometimes you just got to kind of, not compromise, but figure something else out. But I did pull the Kylie Weather Collection palette, and so I ended up mixing some of that shade that I just pointed out, mixing some of that in with what I had put on my forehead, and it made such a difference. At this point, I'm just going to town with highlight, and I end up looking like a glazed donut, which is okay by me because I never mind going crazy with the highlights. So if you have the Dream palette by Anastasia, you're kind of looking for different ways to use it. If you mix, like if you apply the Dream and then my little happy dance, and then apply some neutral highlight, it really, really stands out. Looks amazing. All right, so I'm going to go in with the Mermaid Gel by Tarte. It's a glitter gel that came out with their Mermaid collection. Now, typically I wouldn't do this because I already went in like crazy with the highlight, but it's something I had already wanted to do. So I ended up just putting this over top of what I had already applied, obviously, so I look like a glazed donut and a mermaid, I guess. Because it's summer and anything goes. Alright guys, for my lips I'm going to use the Kylie, it's called the Super Glitter Gloss in the shade Glitz. I think this was, I don't think my camera ever focuses. This was part of her vacation or her summer collection last year. And this is one of my very favorite glitter glosses of all time. This is the kind of intense sparkle that I look for when I want a glitter gloss, which I feel like you can't find good glitter glosses. There's some, but they're kind of few and far between. This is one of my favorites, and it's perfect for summer. And this is pretty much the final look. Nice and bronzed, very, very glazed and highlighted, and ready to go. Alright guys, that wraps up this Get Ready With Me. Thank you for watching. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this Get Ready With Me. Thank you so much. I hope you found it enjoyable, entertaining, and even a little bit helpful. Like I said, I went super heavy on the highlight. You don't need to do that. That's just something I love to do. I was really playing around with the Dream Glow Kit, and so you can tell when I put it kind of on my forehead, I wasn't super happy with the look, so once I mixed in a different highlight, it took it to a whole nother level and I was so excited about it. So sometimes I feel like you can totally see my excitement about makeup and certain products when I'm putting them to use. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can find it applicable. And before I let you go, I need to give you the verse of the day. Today's comes from Luke 21:19, and it says, "Stand firm and you will win life." So guys, I'm here to tell you that there is life after death, and I know there's been a lot in the news the last week or so with just people, celebrities being just anxious and depressed, and sadly so much so that they took their own lives. I am a huge Kate Spade fan, and so that really bummed me out that whole day that I found out. But if you're going through any kind of depression or anxiety, it's my prayer that you will ask Jesus to just be your comforter, to be your peace, and He will, because there is life after death, and heaven with Christ is going to be so amazing. So I just hope you know that Jesus loves you, and so do I. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye guys.